The following is a presentation of Got Questions Ministries.
What does the Bible mean when it says, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God"? Both Psalm 14:1 and Psalm 53:1 read, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God." Some take these verses to mean that atheists are stupid, that is, lacking intelligence. However, that is not the only meaning of the Hebrew word translated fool. In this text, the Hebrew word is nabal, which often refers to an impious person who has no perception of ethical or religious truth. The meaning of the text is not unintelligent people do not believe in God. Rather, the meaning of the text is sinful people do not believe in God. In other words, it is a wicked thing to deny God, and a denial of God is often accompanied by a wicked lifestyle. The verse goes on to list some other characteristics of the irreligious. They are corrupt, their deeds are vile, there is no one who does good. Psalm 14 is a study on the universal depravity of mankind. Many atheists are very intelligent. It is not intelligence or a lack thereof that leads a person to reject belief in God. It is a lack of righteousness that leads a person to reject belief in God. Many people do not object to the idea of a creator, as long as that creator minds his own business and leaves them alone. What people reject is the idea of a creator who demands morality from his creation. Rather than struggle against a guilty conscience, some people reject the idea of God altogether. Psalm 14:1 calls this type of person a fool. Psalm 14:1 says that denying God's existence is commonly based on a desire to lead a wicked life. Several prominent atheists have admitted the truth of this. One famous atheist, when asked what he hopes to accomplish through atheism, declared that he wants to, quote, drink as much alcohol and have sex with as many women as possible, end of quote. Belief in a divine being is accompanied by a sense of accountability to that being. So, to escape the condemnation of conscience, which itself was created by God, some people deny the existence of God. They tell themselves, there is no overseer of the world, there is no judgment day, I can live as I please. The moral pull of the conscience is thus more easily ignored. Trying to convince oneself there is no God is unwise. The point of, "The fool says in his heart there is no God," is that it is an impious, sinful heart that will deny God. The atheist's denial flies in the face of much evidence to the contrary, including his own conscience and the universe he lives in. A lack of evidence of God's existence is not the true reason atheists reject a belief in God. Their rejection is due to a desire to live free of the moral constraints God requires and to escape the guilt that accompanies the violation of those constraints. The wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all godlessness and wickedness of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness, since what may be known about God is plain to them, so that people are without excuse. Their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools. Therefore God gave them over to the sinful desires of their hearts. They exchanged the truth about God for a lie. Romans 1, verses 18 through 25.
Got Questions Ministries seeks to glorify the Lord Jesus Christ by providing biblical answers to today's questions. Online at GotQuestions.org.